I just want to document this for posterity in case I move out. Well, I do want to move out here. I've got this new room here. Now, in a previous video, I talk about ventilation. I want to keep this video as short as possible. I talk about if you stay in budget rooms, especially budget rooms in Thailand, whether it's Bangkok or somewhere outside of Bangkok, a lot of these budget rooms have poor sort of design and sound standards and so forth, and it can be annoyed by neighbours. I'm sorry to say this, but Thailand can be a very annoying place to live in. Be careful about that. Now, if you can afford a fancy condo on Sukhumvit Road where you're paying 20,000 baht or plus a month, you're going to get a new sort of fancy condo with good sound insulation and so forth. You're going to be okay. But if you're going to be living in budget rooms, be very careful about this. And in that ventilation video, I talk about having a window that faces the corridor. And then I showed if you have rooms opposite the corridor, so opposite your room, so you have 2 rows of rooms opposite the corridor, be very careful about that. And I'm thinking now you don't want that at all. You do not want a situation where you have a room opposite you in a corridor. I'm telling you now. Having rooms next to you can be annoying enough because noise can come around the corridor into your window and so forth, but it's not as bad as having a room opposite you where the noise comes straight in. Now, at previous places I've lived, I've had an air conditioner at least, and you can shut the window, and by having this window and one where the balcony is, you get a cross flow of air, which is what you want. But if you don't have an air conditioner, which I don't have here, and you rely on the window for ventilation, and you've got a room opposite you, the chances are you're going to be annoyed to hell by annoying people. So, once again, at the condo where I lived, I had an air conditioner and a window facing the corridor, but I kept the window closed, but at least I had an air conditioner if the room got stuffy and so forth. But here, without the air conditioner, I have to close the window anyway to keep out the noise of neighbours. So be very careful about that when you find, say, a budget apartment or condo in Thailand, poor construction, a window facing the corridor, and especially a room opposite you. Now, it's now 1 o'clock in the morning. I was going to show you the time there, but just trust me, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Now I'm wide awake. I can't sleep. I've got the most annoying people across the corridor here. They wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to work 6 days a week, but they just can't turn their TV off. They've got the TV going just about all night. They wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch football and stuff like that. They smoke and cigarette smoke. I'm just going to turn the camera around. This may seem like a crazy thing to do, but I just want to show you just a flavour of what's going on here. That's my window closed. And every other room has their window closed and are quiet. Okay, every other room here, about 10 rooms. I'll come back into the bedroom, into my room, close the door. So what I showed you there was their window opposite me. Now, it doesn't sound loud, and maybe the camera doesn't pick up, the annoyance like in real life, but that's damn annoyance. Now, 1 o'clock in the morning, their window's open and the TV is just on. They just can't turn the TV off and sleep. Apart from that, they've got loud voices and stuff. They're only a couple, a man and a woman. The man wasn't snoring now. I've got a Facebook post as well where I put a couple of videos that I filmed on my phone of the snoring. So if it's not the TV, it's this really loud snoring. Now the thing is here, and I also showed down the corridor, every other room has their window closed. There was like either 8 or 10 other rooms in this corridor, all got the window closed to try to sleep. They've got the windows closed and there's no noise. That's the only room, the window open and the TV still going at 1 o'clock in the morning, even though they wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then I showed you my window, the fact that my window's closed, to try to keep out the noise. With my closed window, and I have my fan going, at least on level 2, to have this background noise, it does sort of shut out some of the noise. If I turn the fan off, now I'm not sure if you can hear, I'm not sure if the camera can pick up that TV, but I'm telling you, here, you can hear that TV as clear as day, even though my window's closed. I had my bed here near the window. Why? To get air, because Thailand's a hot country. Like I said, I've got no air conditioner. I've moved my bed as far away as possible to my second window at the back here to try to get some air. Not that that helps anything, but I'm not sure if you can hear that through the camera, but believe me, right here, I mean, if I'm trying to sleep in the dead of night, that's loud. But you saw before I walked out there and you saw the TV, so the moral, I'll try to wrap this video up, keep this video as short as possible. The moral is, Thailand unfortunately can be very annoying. This is now the 4th place I've lived in and around Bangkok over the past 3 or so years, and at each place I've been annoyed to hell by various people. It's just, I tried to film elsewhere, but it didn't work out, so I do want to document this at least, just to try to give some evidence of what I'm talking about. Unless I'm just unlucky getting these annoying people. You know, the TV, snoring, cigarette smoke as well. They don't give a damn. These Thai people here, they don't give a goddamn fuck about annoying. They know they annoy me because they see me close the window when they come home. Each night I close my window. They know, and I've complained to the owner, and the owner promised to say something, but it hasn't helped. That's it. That's all I want to say. These budget rooms in Thailand, be careful. You can be very annoyed. And just like this, I'll put a link to my Facebook post where you can see other videos I've uploaded to try to give you a taste of what's going on.